All right. All right, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go to the let's go straight to the scripts. All right. Everybody believe in the Messiah, right? And of course, if you believe in the Messiah, you obviously believe in the Most High God. So let's go to Matthew, because people like the book of Matthew. Okay, y'all. Okay, let's make this large a little bit. Let's go to chapter 6. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to chapter 6. And these one of the teachings of the Messiah. So let's go to chapter 6, verse 25. Cause that's what he talk about. The do not it's the do not worry teaching. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink. Stop before you go any further. Understand that logic right there. What you will eat or drink. Do not worry about your life. Therefore, I tell you. So even if you read this stuff backwards, it's clear cut what your Messiah is talking about. You know what I'm saying? The head of every man is Christ. The head of the woman is the man. So if the woman is going to be straight in the straight path, then she got to understand how the man head is thinking. You know what I'm saying? So the man's head obviously thinking straight because Christ is his head. So everything that Christ is saying is not of himself, but is of the Father. You know what I'm saying? Because he said that the Father has sent him. So if you believe in the Gospels, then believe in your head. Your head is Christ. You know what I'm saying? Now, you may not literally have to go to Moses to figure out what to eat and what not to eat, what to drink and what not to drink. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that you just come across like, okay, I don't want to eat pork because I found out in my research that scientists said okay, the scientists said this according to this man-made knowledge. You know what I'm saying? This man-made knowledge, so-called wisdom, this so-called understanding. They Anybody that contraries your Messiah is an antichrist. I'm not saying it, it's what the scriptures are saying. Anybody that's against the Messiah, your head, they are antichrist. They anti-messiahs. They don't believe in your Messiah. So if they don't believe in the Messiah, they automatically do not believe in your God. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Let's read it all through so you can get the whole understanding. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. So is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? You see what I'm saying? So you've been Americanized, you know what I'm saying? So you were part of a generation that you were part of a people that been over here in the United States of America, the United Snakes of America. They got its own laws, its own statutes, its own commandments. They claim to be under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Liberty means freedom. So it's saying freedom and justice. That means righteous for all. Well, well, you know what I'm saying? They creed, that they pledge of allegiance ring a lot of bells, don't it? So when you think about the clothes that you wear, you're worrying about your clothes, and people want a Pacific look. Like they want to have the Gucci and the Louis and the Jordans and all this stuff. Yeah, they doing it because everybody else doing it. They not doing it, you know what I'm saying? Look, it's already anything that's basically popular, it's like an idol to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know everybody gonna jump on this. It's like jumping on a bandwagon. Like when people talk about sports, like, oh, you was with the Cleveland Cavaliers because you was with LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It's the same stuff. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father, your God, feeds them. Yahuwah feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? See, you valuable than the birds. Why? Because man is above those creations. You know what I'm saying? So why are you worrying about, you know what I'm saying, all these other stuff? You worrying about your life. You worrying about so much about your life, man. I got to have these J's so I could look good when I go to the when I go to the club, or when I go to you know, when you go places. You ain't happy of what you got already. Why you gotta go and buy a new pair of sneakers when you already got some at the house? You got several pair to choose from, multiple choice. Why you trying to add on to your collection? To make the choice harder for you to choose? You might as well just have one pair of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? One pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it hard on yourself. Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? You can't add no single hour to your life. You know what I'm saying? Because tomorrow ain't promised to you, right? That's why people be trying to live life to the fullest. Yeah, in full idolatry mode. Cause they gotta have this, they gotta have that. Man, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this because tomorrow ain't, you know what I'm saying? These folks worrying too much. You worrying too much. Stick with what you got. Sometimes you gotta deal without. You know what I'm saying? You gotta deal without. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Use what you got. And the more that you cope with, that's how people say, I mean, I'm just trying to cope with life. You know what I'm saying? With coping what I'm got. I'm just gonna stick to what, you know what I'm saying, to what I'm doing. Yeah. If you stay humble and you just stay still and let everything else go around, eventually your breakthrough is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Because you have faith in what you have. You know what I'm saying? You gotta trust. You gotta trust in what you have. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Most High of what you have in your possession. You know what I'm saying? You may not have food in the house, but at least you have the house. You know what I'm saying? So later on that week, hey, you end up getting food in the house. Now you got enough money to go usher in food inside your shelter. You see what I'm saying? Because you stay humble, you grind it out. Why you think they call Memphis grit? You know what I'm saying? Grit and grind. The Memphis Grizzlies, the grind house where they play it. They battle to the end. You see what I'm saying? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the lilies of the field grow? They do not labor or spin. They don't do a doggone thing, but they grow naturally. You know what I'm saying? They are who they are. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, they let, you know what I'm saying, everything, you know how in school they talk about the life cycle? Yeah, because ain't nothing messing with these flowers. It's growing naturally and it dies naturally. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Things wither away and things manifest back. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing new under the sun. You know, trees, change by the seasons, right? And then, you know what I'm saying? So all because you don't see no leaves on no tree in the wintertime, that doesn't mean it can't manifest back during the spring and the summer. You see what I'm saying? It's a cycle, ain't nothing new. Everything has to go through its course. So if you going through something bad, it has to happen in order for something good to happen. As long as you still on earth, it's gonna happen like this. So get over it. You know what I'm saying? Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. So that means he wasn't looking all excellent and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Every blue moon and all this stuff. No, no. He you know what I'm saying? The way he dressed is how he is. You know what I'm saying? He didn't change up and trying to look like all these other nations, like, you know what I'm saying? There was Solomon kept the law, statutes, commandments according to Moses. So if there was a specific thing that the Israelites had to wear, like their fringes and all this stuff, he kept it like that. He did exactly what the Most High said. He didn't try to look like the Egyptians, the Arab people, or what I'm saying. He ain't trying to look like no other nation. He you know what I'm saying. He kept it simple. You know what I'm saying. Look, God gave me this and that, so He said I could wear this, so I'm gonna stick to that. That's all you need. If anything is given to you by the Most High, what is better than that? You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying, if this all that you have, stick to what you got. Why you trying to level up, you know what I'm saying, in a idolatry way? You know what I'm saying? Try to look like something that you're not. It's just like women trying to get weave in their head, and you know this not that the weave is not naturally grown from their head. You know what I'm saying? They got it from someone else. They got it from, they had to buy hair instead of having faith in their own head. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It says, if that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will He not much more clothe you, or O little of faith? Because people ain't got no faith in themselves. You know what I'm saying? You buy that Gucci today and that Gucci could be gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because you worrying about what you wearing. You know what I'm saying? You could lose something that's precious to you. You know what I'm saying? So you better be careful of what you think, or what you care about. So do not worry saying, what shall we eat? So this topic is about what you eat, or what shall we drink? What will you eat? What will you drink? Or what shall we wear? Let's see what you say. For the pagans run after all these things. The pagans run after all these things. Like them Jordans, all them Jordans finna come out. Yeah, you running straight to them Jordans, the latest Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you trying to keep up with the Joneses. You trying to keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. And your Heavenly Father knows that you need them. Look, He know that you need some shoes. You know what I'm saying? But you want to be specific. You be like, okay, I know I need a new pair of shoes for my clothing, but I need a specific pair of shoes, and it got to be Jordans. Well, what about Adidas? No, it got to be Jordans. Okay, well, I know I'm hungry, and I need some food in the house, so I'm gonna go to the store and get some food. Okay, when I get to the store, okay, it's gonna have to be a specific type of food. Okay, look, you hungry. You know that your parents cooked for a quick meal, for example, beans and meat. Okay, get you some beans and get you some meat. Why are you trying to be specific and be like, okay, it's gonna have to be this particular meat, and it's gonna have to be this particular beans. You know what I'm saying? Now let's just say that your recipe requires this and that. Okay, cool. You get that meat and you get that beans. However, if you be like, okay, the brand. Let's look for the Pacific brand. Why? Because I got some research, and this man and these scientists saying that, okay, 60% of this is this particular meat, and 60 and the other percentage of this meat is fake. You know what I'm saying? Look, you in America. Ain't nothing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be Pacific, you can go to a marketplace. You know what I'm saying? And that sells real deal non-GMO food and all this stuff. But they just show you how weak and you don't have no faith in what you and you don't have no faith in your most high father and you don't have no faith in your Messiah. You don't have you don't care about anything what they say. You know what I'm saying? So why would you think that your prayers be answered and all this stuff? If you believe that your prayers been answered, it's because you didn't lack no faith. You believed in the Father. So when it comes to food, why you can't apply the same thing? That's the whole point. You worrying about what you eat. You trying to be specific on things, trying to be technical. All right, but seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, His right ways. You know what I'm saying? It deals with morality, knowing right from wrong. You doing more right and less wrong. And a thing and these and all these things will be given to you as well. So not, you know what I'm saying? So the kingdom of heaven will be given unto you, just like when he said, your father shall clothe you. You know what I'm saying? Your father will give you will give you what you need. You know what I'm saying? He said it. He said it. You know, so he said, will he, meaning the most high, not much more clothe you, O little of faith? You gotta have faith in the stuff that you eat. You gotta have faith. That's why a lot of people pray over their food. Yeah, even though they know that it may be not may not be the best thing to eat, but the fact that look, maybe that's all that they had to eat. So you pray over it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you ask for forgiveness. Look, if you have that much faith in your Messiah and you believe in the gospel and all this stuff, okay, apply that same faith towards everything. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that the law is done away with. The law is spiritual. The law is spiritual. You gotta roll with, you gotta believe in your Messiah, you gotta believe in your most high father. You know what I'm saying? With everything. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's how it is. And therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Don't be a pagan. Stop worrying about what you eat all the time. You know what I'm saying? Have faith.